Hey, this is Russ. I'm back out on the road. Yep, back out on the road again. Let's take a left over here. I don't know where I'm headed. I'm just gonna ride. Now, I have noticed a couple of things since our last ride. Comments have come in, so I wanted to address some of those things, as I usually do. Alright, let's make a pass here. On your left. Yeah, so people have noticed that the bikes have switched around back and forth between the Rad Rover and the Magicycle. And so the common question comes in, which bike do you like better? Gee, that's a hard question to ask and answer. I mean, if you ask me, I'm going to have to answer something. And the standard answer I've been giving people is that the Rad Rover was the choice because it had 2 batteries on it. Now, it's not that Rad gives you 2 batteries. I changed out their battery. I didn't keep the 50. Actually, they don't have 52 volts. They got 48. I didn't keep the 48 volt, 14 amp hour battery. I sold it so that I can afford a second 52 volt, 20 amp hour battery. So as you might know, I actually have 2 of them. 2 of them on that bike, which gives me 40 amp hours for range. Okay, so based on that, the Rad Rover has to be the one that I have to choose to go distance, because that's the only one that has enough batteries to do it. But between the Rad Rover and this Magicycle, which you might notice I've actually switched things around a little bit here. I took the Bluetooth speaker that was on my Rad Rover, moved it over here. Cell phone holders changed out too. This is the new Lamicell cell phone holder, which I actually prefer over the old one that I was using. Yeah, it's built really well. So I switched that out. You might also notice too, I added this. This is a bell. Now, I do have a bell over here, but why would I need a second bell over here? This is kind of a cool bell. I'll talk about that in a second too. That was a stop, by the way. It's kind of a rolling stop. But anyways, the reason I switched out the bell over here is because Magicycle is going to be sending me some hydraulic brakes, some Tektro hydraulic brakes. And in preparation of that, I put on this bell. It's kind of a cool bell. It's just like a little circular, half circular, I don't know, like little bar. I don't know what you would call it. Then it screws onto your handlebar. And the reason I did that is because the new hydraulic brakes that are coming in doesn't have a bell on the lever. You see here on the Tektro mechanical brakes, you have this this bell right at the brake lever. Well, we're going to lose that once I switch out the brakes, so I had to get some type of bell. I mean, I don't want to be yelling out at everybody. It's better to do that, right? That thing rings a long time too. It's pretty loud. So here's the thing. This is not a sponsored thing. This is just something I bought on Amazon. I'll put a link somewhere in the video so you can see it. But I bought one from another company, and I think it, with the tax and everything on there, it was like $20, okay? But unfortunately, it was larger than I needed. I think it was larger because it's designed to fit the big part of the handlebar tube. But this is on the narrow part. So I says, I can't use it. So I ended up returning it, got $20-something back from Amazon. So I says, I really like the design, and the bell was nice and loud. So I started looking for other bells. Well, this is the identical bell. So take a guess how much this thing is. 3 for $10. 3 of them for $10 versus 1 of them for $20. So I took a chance. I says, okay, it's probably a copy or something. I don't know who originated this thing. I took a chance. I says, well, if it's no good, I could always return it again. It's almost identical. It's just as loud. It rings forever. Now you might wonder if I really need 3. Yeah, I kind of need 3. I kind of need 3 because I've got more than one bike. Now, do I need 3 right away? No. But I needed at least 2. So I said, all right, we'll buy the 3. If it's good, we know the source to get more if I need it. And quite frankly, I kind of like this bell, but I like this one too. So I might put it on the other bikes, even if it doesn't need it. I mean, it's not that hard. It's not that much of a reach. I initially wanted to put it closer here. I'm just throttling so I can talk and not think too much about pedaling. I was going to put it closer over here and move everything over, but then that meant that the mirror would be further in as well, and it didn't work out as good that way. So I said, well, let me move it over, and I said, it's not that much of a reach. It's okay. So check the description if you need a bell, all right, and you don't like a big monster-looking bell. This one's actually really loud, and it doesn't take a whole lot of space on your handlebar, okay? Not sponsored, not given to me. I bought it. It's kind of funny, too, that manufacturers are starting to give me products. I just did a review of the Lamicell bike phone holders, and okay, let's take a right over here. I'm just riding. I don't know where I'm heading, quite frankly. I'm just riding for the sake of riding. Okay. All right. He's waving me on. They're doing some construction on trees, I guess, or something. Yeah, you don't want the tree falling on you. So anyways, companies are starting to contact me to do reviews for them. And it feels a little funny because I had one person said that, were you paid for this review? If so, he didn't feel comfortable watching the video because he says there's no way it would be something he could trust. Well, I'm kind of sorry for that because a lot of the reviews you'll find on YouTube don't come from Amazon. They come from companies that have contacted YouTubers and asked them to do the review, which means you're never going to watch anybody's review. And if you watch some reviews, you'll find that some people will outright tell you if they don't like it, they'll just say, I don't think it's a good product. Others will just say, well, it's close enough, But here's the thing for my reviews that I decided to do. Before I even accept a product to review, I kind of look it over myself, just like if I was to buy this myself, would I buy it based on the things I see? I look at the Amazon reviews, I look at the Amazon listing, and then I try to make a decision, would I have bought this thing myself? And if the answer was yes, then yeah, send it to me. I'll review it. And if I don't like it, I'm going to tell them that. I've told companies this as well, that you can't buy my review. You can't buy me by sending me a product and expect it's going to be a perfect review, because if it isn't, I'm going to say it isn't. So I kind of felt a little bad that somebody would think that my review of a bike is not trustworthy because simply they gave me a product in exchange for the review. Well, let me ask you this. Do you get paid for your work? That's how I get paid. They send me a product, I review it. If I like it, I say it. If I don't, I say it. If there's things about it I don't like, I say it. So, I'm sorry that he felt that I couldn't be trusted based on the fact that somebody gave me something. Well, that's the way reviews work. So will we be seeing more reviews from Russ is Right? Yeah, probably you will. Yeah, the companies are actually contacting me. I can't say no to everything. Sooner or later, there's going to be a product that I think is kind of nice, or something I want to try. And if it's good, I'll tell you. If it's not so good, I'll tell you that too. I mean, most products have some type of merit, otherwise they wouldn't be selling it, right? I mean, think about it. Nobody's going to sell a piece of junk. Okay, maybe some of them are. Some of them might be junky. But there's got to be some type of merit to it. Otherwise, why would they even bother to try to make a sale of something? So I think what I'm going to do is simply weed out the ones that I can pretty much tell I don't have any interest in this, or my viewers probably wouldn't have any interest in this. Forget it. And then there will be the marginal type products that maybe it could be good, maybe it won't be so good. So we'll try them. But I do tell the companies that if I don't like it, I'm going to say that on the video. If I like it, I'm going to say that on the video too. So they take their chances. And any company that tells me that I have to say what they tell me I have to say, I won't be reviewing that product. Because then you're paid off. I'm not doing that. They're honest reviews. If I like it, I'll tell you. If there's something that's no good, I'll tell you that. All right? So yeah, keep watching the Russ is Right channel for the bike rides, but also watch them for the reviews that I'm sure will be continuing to come. I'm glad to get them, quite frankly. They're fun. To me, it's fun. I'm like a kid in a candy store, like I said. It's you send me a product to look at, I'm gonna I'd be happy to try it out. So, but as a manufacturer, you take your risk. Send it to Russ. He might not like it. But chances are it wouldn't even get to me. I would turn it down before it even got to me. I can tell. I'm a pretty decent consumer. I can tell if a product might be good and might not be good. All right, there was a stop sign there. Tried. I tried, folks. I tried to stop. All right, where are we? We're in front of some school building. Oh yeah, I remember this school building. This is the area where the lady thought I was a police officer. Yeah, she saw my big black Rad Rover bike. I had the yellow vest on. I have my helmet on, which looks like a SWAT team member helmet. So she stopped me to ask me about the bike, but then she wanted to know if all the police officers are using these bikes. And I says, I don't know, I'm not a cop. Took her by surprise. Yeah, these are some videos that came out maybe before some of you guys came on board with Russ is Right. Because we had a lot of people come on board recently. Thousands of you have come on board in the last, month and a half, 2 months, something like that. So, go back on some of the older videos and take a look. You might get a kick. The rides are the rides. We just ride around, go places. Today I'm just riding the streets. I have no idea where I'm heading, but I'm riding anyways. But then we talk. You know, we talk about different topics all the time. Every day is a different topic to talk about. So if you watch the channel and you watch to the end, you learn a lot of new stuff, because sometimes things pop in my head and I'll talk about it. That's how it works. Okay, where are we here? Let's take a right. Well, one thing's good. You get to see different neighborhoods when I just start wandering around, because a lot of times I have no idea where I'm headed either. We don't always do the trails. Doing the trails are fine, but sometimes I just take to the streets. Oh, somebody did ask me too. Says, I've noticed that you never seem to hit your pedal assist, these things here, and you never seem to change your gears. Yeah, that's true. It does seem to be that way, doesn't it? I'll tell you the reason behind that. Okay, now you might notice that whenever I'm at a stop and I start up again, you'll see me immediately hit the throttle. But I'm pedaling too. Let me angle down. You see, I'm pedaling and hitting the throttle at the same time. Now, doing that gives me the boost that I need, whereas other people might hit the pedal assist level, move it up, get their little boost, move it back down. So it's an up and down with your left thumb. Well, mine's is a throttle down and let go. I think it's actually faster to do it that way rather than go up, go down, go up, go down. I don't do that. I'm usually in pedal assist level 3, as you might notice, and my gears is only going to go between 6 and 7, and the reason is because I don't need 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, because from a dead stop, the throttle is bringing me up to the level I need. I don't need to be at 1. Okay, now dead stop, I hit the throttle, I pedal, I'm past the level at this point, and if I let go, I'm good. So if you do it that way, you don't even need to mess with the gears or the pedal assist levels. Now, I'll jump between 6 and 7 though, because if I'm going too fast, if you leave it in 6, you'll be ghost pedaling, where you're pedaling but you're really not getting anywhere because the motor's going faster than you can pedal. At that point, I will shift myself to 7. So you'll notice as I'm riding most of the time, I'm constantly throttling every now and then. I'm pedaling every now and then. I'm pedaling and throttling at the same time every now and then. And sometimes I'll jump back and forth between 6 and 7. Okay. Now I have a decent amount of wind hitting me right now. If I was on 7, it'd be too high of a gear. So I'm down at 6. Somebody asked me too about the whole issue about losing weight while riding your bike. And I made a comment on the original seniors video. It's now going to be known as the seniors video because everybody's seen this thing. It's been viewed like, I don't know how many times, 247,000 times, something like that. So a lot of people have seen it, like 250,000 people have seen this video. I made a comment that the ability to lose weight with an e-bike is more difficult. That I didn't think that you could really lose a lot of weight. And the guy took offense to that. He says, you can lose weight. Russ is wrong. Okay, first off, Russ is never wrong. Russ is always right. You guys know that, right? I told you that. Okay, Russ is always right until he's wrong. So I told him, I says, well, obviously you can lose weight if you have an e-bike. But if you ride it the way I'm riding it, yeah, you're not going to lose weight. You can see I'm throttling a lot. I use my motor a lot to help me. I'm not going to lose weight. What I'm going to get is I'm going to get toning. That's for sure. Now, Others says you can lose weight if you put your pedal assist to 0 or 1. Well, yeah, you will lose weight because you're going to be suffering at 1 and 0. 0 means there's no motor, which means you're going to be pedaling a bike that's at least 70 pounds or more. That's going to be tough. You're going to lose the weight. You're going to sweat it out. I don't ride that way, okay? If I was able to do that, I wouldn't need this bike. I could use a regular bike. Okay, you might need this bike because you need the weight if you want to pedal a 70-pound bike, which I don't really want to do. So what about pedal assist level 1? Well, yeah, you could lose weight on 1. It gives you a little bit of a, let's drop the 1. Where are we at here? 1. Okay. Now my 1 is set for, I think, like 25% assist. Now it's getting hard for me to pedal. And if you look, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm down to 11 miles an hour. And I'm going to have to drop my gear now because 6 seems too hard. 5 seems too hard. 4 seems maybe about right. So now I'm at 9 miles an hour pedaling. I'm tiring out already. Okay. 7 miles an hour. I'm not going to go 7 miles an hour with an e-bike. Come on, I didn't buy this bike to go 7 miles an hour. I bought this bike because I want to go a certain amount of speed. I want a certain amount of ease. Okay. Let's put ourselves back to 3. Gear number 6. Now I feel better. So at my settings, will I be losing weight? And the answer is probably no. I probably won't. Weight loss is a combination of your exercise, but a lot of it has to do with your diet. And based on the things that I eat and how much I eat and whatever, yeah, I'm not going to lose weight. I have to drop the weight from making better choices on what I eat and how much I eat. And then use the bike to tone yourself up. That's how I see the e-bike. Now, you could take offense to that, make comments about it, but I'm just saying, based on how I ride, yeah, I'm never going to lose weight like that. You might, I won't. So, anyways, yeah, there's always comments. Oh, there was a comment recently. Hold on a second. You might notice that I usually don't talk when I'm passing people. It's okay. There was a comment recently about my choice of bikes. So I said that the Rad is what I choose to go for distance because I have more battery there, 40 amp hours of battery there, 52 volts as well, 52 volts and 40 amp hours of battery between the two batteries. Is it my choice of a bike if I had to choose one bike? That was the comment. That's a hard question to answer. If you asked me that before I got the Magicycle, I would say, yeah, that's my choice. I made a video at the 2,500 mile mark of the bike asking, should I be changing my bike to a Hemiway? Should I change it to a Magicycle? Should I change it to some other brand? Whatever. And my answer was no. I was perfectly happy with the Rad Rover. And now I've had a chance to play with the Magicycle. Is it still the case? Thank you. Is the Rad Rover my choice of bike? I would have to say no. It isn't. I mean, if you give me the choice between this bike I'm riding now, the Magicycle Cruiser, and the Rad Rover 5, I'd have to pick the Magicycle Cruiser. And the reason is because my area has hills. Not a lot of it. Most of it's fairly flat, but it does have some hill. Like here, you see I'm going down an incline here. It does have hills and inclines and things. I'm still not really sure which way I'm supposed to call it, if this is an incline or a hill. Take a look at the digital display. See, look how nice that looks. Nice and colorful. So anyways, now that I've had a chance to play with this one, how could I choose the Rad Rover over this one? I can't. This one gives me the power I need to get over those hills. Now, like I said before, it comes at a cost. The battery. It's going to eat up my battery. You know, you put some power to get over the hill, it's eating up battery power. So again, I don't have the range if I do that. Okay, here's a slight hill. I'm just going to throttle it up and pedal at the same time. It's not full throttle, it's like a partial. You'll see that I'll slowly push this up. Get a little extra boost. That's the same thing as pushing these things, okay? If you look at your watt meter and you make sure you're not doing like 900 watts of power out of it, then it's kind of the same thing as using the pedal assist levels. So anyways, yeah, I would choose the Magicycle at this point, but it's at a cost of distance. So if I got to go really long distances, I'm taking the Rad because I've got 40 amp hours there. Not because of the bike choice, it's because that's the bike that has been modified to handle those unit pack power batteries. Now I could modify this bike. I could cut into the wiring and change it so that I use those unit pack power batteries, because I got two of them. I could strap those on this thing, but I'm not going to do that. So I reached out to Magicycle and I told them, look, I says, I would like to take the bike of choice, which would be this bike, their bike. I would like to take it farther. I would like to take my viewers to farther places. I can't do that with your bike because some of the places require me to go quite a distance and I don't have enough battery to get back home. So I'm forced to take the Rad Rover. I says, could you please give me a battery? Guess what Magicycle decided to do? They're sending me a battery. Thank you, Magicycle. I tell you, these guys have been great. They've been really responsive to me. I give them suggestions and whatever. They listen to what I'm telling them, and if I ask for something, they give it to me. I mean, I asked them, can I play with the brakes? Can I get a full hydraulic brake system? I think they sell them for about, was it $225 or $250, something like that. They said, okay. I mean, that's great. I mean, how many manufacturers would just say okay like that? They say that they like me too, so that's good. You know, I appreciate that too. And I asked them for a battery. They said, okay. So yeah, we're gonna see this bike being used a lot more now because I'll have the range that I need. Now I'm not saying that the range is limited on this bike. I mean, we did the test, we did the battery test. Well, what did I get? Can't remember. 33, 34 miles, something like that. But that was riding mostly pedaling, right, and just using the throttle to get a little bit more time on the bike. I kept the throttle at a watt level of like what was it, maybe 250 or something like that. You know, that's the same amount as if I was pedaling. So if I did that, we got 30 something miles. But I know I don't typically ride like that all the time. I ride faster, I ride harder, and so if I do that, I don't really have. Okay, everyone stop. Thank you. Yeah, the bus stopped, and when the bus stopped for me, the other side decided, okay, if the bus is stopping, we gotta stop too. So yeah, I always wave thank you to them. So with the second battery, it gives me the ability to ride the way I would normally ride, which is, again, typically faster and harder, and still be able to make it home. So will we be able to take it to the Botanic Gardens? That was a slow down stop too, by the way, in case anyone wanted to say anything about it. They're not full stops, you know that. I don't usually do a full stop. No, I can't make it to the Botanic Gardens. I would probably need 2 of those batteries. And the reason is because the Magicycle batteries are, I believe, 15 or 16 amp hours, something like that. I think it's 15. So 2 of them would only give me 30 amp hours, and as you know, on the Rad Rover I've got 40. So I've got more distance ability on the Rad. So we'll take the Rad when we go on that North Branch Trail and we go all the way out to the Botanic Gardens. We'll take the Rad Rover. But we'll be able to take this now to Bussy Woods and some other places that are within that general range. We'll be able to take this bike. So far, I've only taken this bike around this basic trail, as you know. And it's not enough. I wanted to take it further. I wanted to go other places as well. So now we can do that. So they've given us the ability to go farther. So thank you, Magicycle. I appreciate it. I think that battery, I think he says he'll be able to ship it out in a couple of weeks to me. So I don't know when I'm going to receive it. It's got to come to me. So let's say 3 or 4 weeks we'll have a battery to use. So in the meantime, we'll use this bike around here still until the battery shows up. I also asked for a battery bag. They actually make a bag that's, I believe it's fireproof, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to strap it to the rear rack. Now, the Magicycle battery is kind of long, as you might know. It's not a short thing. It's kind of long. It's going to hang out a little bit. It's okay. I'll strap it down really good. Now, I have a bag as well, strapped there now. I think I'm going to move that bag to the front basket. I took a measurement, and I think the front basket fits that bag just exactly. So that bag carries all of my tools. I have to carry that bag with me because if anything happened, I need to be able to go up. All right, let's go up this the hill. All right, we're going to go to pedal assist level 5. We're throttling, we're pedaling, going up the hill. Okay, every time I want to do it, there's somebody there. I can't get the full amount that I want to do. Thank you. No. You can only do that test when nobody's around. And every time I've tried to do it, somebody's up on that hill. Oh well, next time. There's always a next time. So yeah, so far on this bike, all you've ever seen is this particular trail. It's okay. I just want to be able to take you other places with this bike. So this is my second time out today. I made the Lamicell review this morning, which you will probably see on, what is today? Today is Tuesday. You'll see that on Wednesday. This ride will probably come out on Thursday, I'm thinking. And we're not going to go all the way through with this. I'll cut it off and we'll make a couple rides out of this. Now, we mentioned before, should we be making extra videos and stockpiling it? I have not had the opportunity to stockpile anything yet. I've been kind of busy between review things and other Russ is Right business things that has been taking up my time. And to do a review takes longer than just a ride. So I haven't been able to stockpile it, but these rides, I've been kind of cutting them in half or making 4 out of them to kind of free myself up so I can take care of those other things that I need to do. Like if I'm doing the review things, it takes several days to put those things together. So eventually, though, that'll free up a little bit where I'll have the time to start stockpiling some videos for our future things during the winter, right? But right now, I haven't been able